Taipei 101, the world's tallest skyscraper. 508 meters of the most high-tech engineering and construction on the planet. Mixing ancient values with cutting-edge technology and taking the heart of Taiwan into the future. Designing and building the world's tallest skyscraper is no easy task. But here in Taipei, two of the most powerful forces of nature, earthquakes and typhoons, combine to make going super tall a super challenge.
I mean, any tall building in the world is a feat of engineering.
Using world-leading engineering and construction techniques, Taipei 101 not so much conquers nature, but outsmarts it.
This is the only super tall building in the world that's designed in a seismically active zone. This has never been done before, certainly not to this scale.
But three factors combine to make this project not only the tallest and most visible in the world, but also one of the most difficult to build. Taipei City is an inhospitable place to build a skyscraper. Beneath the earth, a thick layer of soft clay demands uniquely designed foundations. While above ground, the threat of earthquakes and typhoons requires a level of engineering and construction never before achieved. Designing a structure flexible enough to resist an earthquake, but stiff enough to resist a typhoon. Contradictory requirements that until now have never been combined.
All of these different mixtures of elements have to be blended almost superbly in order to make the building achievable.
The solution will combine two revolutionary systems. First, a braced megaframe joined to 8 super columns filled with a mixture of steel and concrete. And a tuned mass damper, a giant pendulum, the weight of 10,000 people, designed to oppose the effect of wind. The combination of these two concepts is groundbreaking. Construction will take 6 years, 2,000 workers at any one time, and 700,000 tons of the most advanced steel and concrete ever made.
These cost more than the national GDP of some countries.
Taipei 101's unique megastructure and wind damper will make the building resist the impact of earthquakes and violent storms. But all of this engineering means nothing unless the giant building has a solid foundation on which to sit. Finding solid ground in Taipei is a lot harder than it sounds. Over hundreds of thousands of years, changing sea levels have filled the Taipei Basin with layers of soft, unstable silt and clay. In order for the tallest building in the world to remain standing, its foundations must penetrate through this layer, sometimes 60 meters thick, to find the solid bedrock below. Geotechnical engineers spend 8 months collecting core samples to analyze the soil on the building site. They find 3 distinct layers of soft sediment before finally reaching solid ground. This information helps designers to develop detailed plans for 101's foundation structure. Preparing the foundations takes 15 months and removes 700,000 tons of earth from the site. The foundation of a skyscraper is one of its most vital structural elements. It must distribute the building's enormous weight evenly below ground, at the same time creating a super strong base for the towering megastructure above.
That's the key point for the whole building, that the building can stand up into the sky.
To compensate for the inherently unstable ground of Taipei, 101's foundation is designed to literally pin the building to the deep layer of bedrock below. A 23,000 cubic meter concrete slab sits on top of a complex system of 382 reinforced concrete piles. These piles transfer the building's weight and structure deep into the bedrock, meaning 101 is more than just resting on the earth. It's fused to it. This unique foundation combined with 101's mega frame and damper, give the building an extraordinary earthquake safety rating that exceeds even that of Taiwan's nuclear power plants.
Inside the 101, during earthquake, you wash out the falling articles, okay? Rather than worry about the falling of the building.
Taipei 101 will not just be one of the strongest and most stable buildings in Taiwan, but one of the strongest and most stable buildings in the world. Although concrete is one of the oldest and most widely used construction materials, it's incredibly heavy and, like a liquid time bomb, has to be pumped into position before it sets. These two factors pose a major challenge for construction workers on 101. The concrete they use here doesn't just have to get from the plant to the building, it has to get up the building as well.
Once you leave the batching plant, within 2 or 3 hours, you have to arrive on site and start pouring.
To do this, engineers develop concrete with specific levels of viscosity or runniness and specific drying times. This buys them valuable time and helps the powerful concrete pumps to work more efficiently. The result is yet another world record for 101. Concrete is pumped from ground level to 450 meters. That's higher than any other concrete pour in history.